President and CEO of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Nice to see you, Tom.
I'm glad to be here.
What sort of effect do you think Jeff Bezos' move to raise Amazon's minimum wage to $15 will have on American business and the economy at large?
Well, Jeff made a good decision for his company, and he made a very interesting statement about being the leader and hoping that others would follow to the extent that they can. And I congratulate him, and I think it will be a stimulus in more than one way. The second problem now, you worry about wages, what we most have to worry about is workers. We basically have just about run out of workers. And we're not only run out of workers that are not skilled, but we've run out of skilled workers, and there's a lot we have to do to keep this economy going. And remember the two things that makes an economy move, and that is quality workers and good investments. And thanks very much to Bezos for entering into this in a positive way.
Sort of raises the question, Tom, if we are experiencing this very tight labor market and a shortage of workers, why wages aren't rising more? I mean, they are slowly creeping up, but with everything that's positive happening in corporate America right now, shouldn't they be moving higher?
Well, when you talk about wages, we have a small business summit going on here with more than 500 people from around the country. And if you talk to every one of them individually, they are all differently equipped to raise wages and all need different kinds of workers. The problem with massive mandatory minimum wages is a lot of people can't meet those. But what Mr. Bezos did is he said we can and we will, and others, I believe his view is others will follow as they can.
Tom, yeah, but Amazon also said that they would advocate for a federal lift to the minimum wage to 15 from 7 and change. Is the chamber behind that?
We have to look at that in a very serious way, and how long will we take to get there? But I will tell you, if you look at the 28 million small businesses in this country, there are a good number of them that can't go to a $15 minimum wage, and many of them are in places around the country where costs are much lower than they are in large cities. So we have to have, you can have a minimum wage, but then private leaders and private trendsetters can help in specific places.
Tom, to the extent that you're correct then that you were almost out of workers, as you put it, what's the chamber going to do to try and change that? Are you going to advocate for more immigration? I don't know. Is there anything else you can sort of do in terms of trying to increase the pool of available workers?
Well, increasing the birth rate is not going to get us many 21 and 25 and 30-year-olds very soon. So we're going to have to look at what we do either with our current immigration rules and regulations or with others that we would put in place. But I think the best thing right now is to wait and deal with that after the midterm election.
What do you mean by that? Wait and deal with what?
Well, deal with it. You're going to have to do any questions in immigration, as you asked. And I think right now what we're trying to do is work on these trade issues we're all talking about. And I'm very pleased that the president and Lighthizer and others came to a positive conclusion about staying with the tripartite group of Canada, United States, and Mexico for all of the values, for all three of us. Now we're in a position to go further and deal with the other negotiations that are going on with the EU and the things that have to be done with Canada. And then hopefully begin with, as each step goes on, to be able to get rid of some of those tariffs, which the president indicated would probably follow the conclusion of a new deal.